A picture can tell a story. But when that picture features three of Korea's biggest stars, Yoon Bin, Son Ye-jin, and Lee Byung-hun, sitting at the same table, the story goes far beyond coincidence. It becomes a web of past, present, and future, laced with personal histories, silent understandings, and hidden emotions. This isn't just a social event, it's a moment that captivated millions. Yoon Bin's surprise appearance, the husband Korea adores. On the evening of January 19, South Korean social media exploded when Yoon Bin made a surprise appearance at the celebratory wrap party for No Other Choice, starring his wife, Son Ye-jin. What impressed fans even more than his presence was the context. Just hours earlier, Yoon Bin had wrapped up a packed media event for his own film, Harbin. Despite his demanding schedule, he didn't hesitate to show up in support of his wife. This wasn't just a romantic gesture, it was a quiet but powerful display of partnership, responsibility, and respect. In doing so, Yoon Bin continues to redefine what it means to be a top star and a loving husband in the unforgiving world of Korean showbiz. Two becomes one, the silent bond between Yoon Bin and Son Ye-jin. At the event, Yoon Bin and Son Ye-jin were inseparable, sitting closely together and sharing private laughs and warm glances. For any other couple, this would be normal. But given their usual discretion in public, the closeness was both touching and noteworthy. This wasn't simply affection, it was a statement. Amid scandals and endless scrutiny, their relationship remains grounded, real, and remarkably strong. It sends a message: in the world of glamour, genuine love can survive. Lee Byung-hun, the former flame at the table of fate. And yet, the moment that truly sent fans into a frenzy was the presence of Lee Byung-hun, lead actor of No Other Choice, sitting at the same table as the power couple. What made this gathering so layered was the shared history. Both Lee Byung-hun and Yoon Bin were once romantically involved with Hye Kyo, one of Korea's most celebrated actresses. Seeing the two former lovers of Hye Kyo interacting in a relaxed, even friendly manner was surreal. It wasn't just a table, it was a symbolic reunion, a quiet confrontation with the past, played out with smiles and conversation instead of awkward silence. Women behind the scene, the power of female friendship in K-biz. While all eyes were on the male stars, a deeper narrative was at play, the long-standing friendship between Son Ye-jin and Lee Min-young, wife of Lee Byung-hun. Few people realize that these two actresses share a close bond that predates their marriages. It's this sisterhood that likely laid the groundwork for the unexpected closeness between Yoon Bin and Lee Byung-hun. They've even been spotted playing golf together with their spouses, not as colleagues, but as family friends. This subtle dynamic reveals an evolving landscape in Korean entertainment, where alliances are no longer formed out of rivalry but mutual support, trust, and shared personal values. When the past is no longer a scar but a shared memory, it's impossible to ignore the ghost in the room, Hye Kyo. Although she wasn't present, her history with both men added an undeniable tension to the scene. However, there's a more mature way to view this. Perhaps, in today's K-biz, the past isn't something to be ashamed of or avoid. Instead, it's acknowledged with grace. These stars are showing that past relationships don't have to end in resentment. That even exes can share a space without discomfort. That memories, even romantic ones, can become just another thread in the tapestry of adulthood. Conclusion: a party that was much more than a wrap celebration. On the surface, the No Other Choice wrap party was just another industry gathering. But to the public, it became a cultural moment. A convergence of romance, friendship, fame, and time. It wasn't a scandal. It wasn't fan service. It was real life, and it was beautiful. By simply existing in the same space, Yoon Bin, Son Ye-jin, and Lee Byung-hun challenged traditional boundaries in Korean celebrity culture. They reminded us that maturity is possible, love can be enduring, and friendship can bridge the gaps left by history. In a world where headlines chase drama, they offered a quiet, powerful alternative: evolution.